Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Taking a jump back into Python Crash Course Try It Yourself Problems. We're going to be jumping back into Chapter 3 in 3-9 Dinner Guests and 3-10 Every Function. Alright, when taking a stab at 39dinnerguest.py, we are asked, working with one of the programs from exercise 3-4 through 3-7, use the length function to print a message indicating the number of people that you're inviting to dinner. So I went ahead and copied over our program where we actually swap a person at the position 2 index for a different value. As you can see, when I print this statement, we get the 3 original invites, the declaration that Kitty cannot make it, and then we swap out Kitty with Joe, inviting all 3 of them again. Let's go ahead and create a variable called people length, and let's set that equal to the length function, len, of the people list. We can call length on things that are iterable and receive a value back, which is the amount of objects that are in that list. Python on the back end will dynamically resize arrays for you. The length function does not return the value of the actual size in memory of the array itself, but just the amount of objects that are housed within the array, such as in this case, these strings, Gina, Sky, and Kitty in the first case. Let's go ahead and make a print statement where we'll go ahead and say there are currently, we'll go ahead and insert here the people length variable with the brackets for f-string syntax, people invited to dinner. If you go ahead and print this, as you can see in this line, we have there are currently 3 people invited to dinner. In the second half of the problem, we don't actually change the length of the array or list itself. We just swap out a value for the string Joe in place of the string Kitty at that index value 2. We can go ahead and copy these 2 lines down and override the people length for the current value of people length and show that with a print call that there are 3 people currently invited to dinner, just as with before. This has been 3-9. Alright, in 3-10, every function, think of things you could store in a list. For example, you can make a list of mountains, rivers, countries, cities, languages, or anything else you'd like. Write a program that creates a list containing these items and then uses each function introduced in this chapter at least once. Alright, to solve 3-10, I'll go ahead and copy in a list of cities: Portland, Seattle, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Chicago. This is just a list with a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 0 index starting with 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 for their index values. Similar to what we did in the last problem, let's go ahead and demonstrate the length function. Go ahead and print, using an f-string, the number of cities in the list is, we'll insert here the length of cities directly within the f-string itself. We can call functions within that f-string syntax just as we can actually input variables. If we go ahead and run, you can see there are 5 cities currently in the list. Next, let's do the sort function, or method rather. We go ahead and directly call cities.sort method to actually sort the cities list in place. We can then call a print function and directly insert the cities list inside. The sorted cities list is, and we'll insert here the current iteration and version of our cities, which is sorted in place. Print this function or program, you will see that the list is sorted in order with C, L, P, S, and S. Now that our cities is in sorted order, let's go ahead and use the sorted function actually now to go ahead and reverse the order of the list. So we can call the sorted function on the cities list, what it currently is, and go ahead and set the reverse parameter equal to true in this case. Because our original list sorted cities is now sorted in alphabetical order, we will now be reversing that cities list into reverse alphabetical order, but this is a sorted function which returns a new value. So we can save this as reversed cities and save that as a new variable itself. We can go ahead and copy the print function from above, and instead of the cities, we will insert the reversed cities and say the reverse sorted cities list is this. And as you can see, in this last output, our list is now in reverse alphabetical order. Now remember that our cities list is now in sorted order just like before. This new cities in reversed is a new variable which houses a new list in memory provided by the sorted function. We can go ahead and reverse that cities list by calling the reversed method on it. Let's go ahead and call cities.reverse, and let's go ahead and print out and show that our cities is now in reversed alphabetical order itself, not the reversed cities. Copy this from above, bring it down below, and say the reversed sorted cities list is this. As you can see, these two lines are identical, but these are two different variables. A return value from the sorted function and actually a reverse of the originally sorted cities list. And lastly, this chapter went over the pop method, which actually removes the last value by default from the list. You can actually insert or apply a parameter of an index value to remove to specify. Just know that this will also increase the time constraints that the function will take. We can go ahead and call cities.pop by default to just remove the last element from the list. The pop method returns a value though, however, and which is that element that was popped or removed from the list. So we can say removed element is equal to the cities.pop. We can go ahead and print out using an F string the removed city is removed element. We know that our cities is in reverse order, so in theory, Chicago should be popped off and removed via this print statement here. If we go ahead and run the function, or the program as itself, you'll see that Chicago is the city that was removed. Alright, this has been 3-9 and 3-10 from Python Crash Course Try It Yourself Chapter 3. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back in the next one.